Good day, mortals! My name is Mika, and today I'm very excited because I will be officially announcing my brand new business called Fae Realm Fashion. Now, Fae Realm Fashion is a store that sells mostly felted fairy clothing, accessories, and props. And if you're watching this video, that means that my Etsy store is probably finally up. If not, that means that it will be up very, very soon. Either way, you can go ahead and order today. All of my links for the shop will be in the description below. And today, I'm here to kind of show off everything that I'm going to be selling. Now, so far, the kinds of things that I am selling in my shop are hats, cowls or collars, bracers or arm warmers, and storage bins. But I will be working on brand new patterns, brand new designs, and I do take custom orders. Even if it's a totally new pattern that I've never made before, I'm willing to at least try to make it, as long as I can make it in this style with felt. So I'll go ahead and kind of show off everything that I currently have in stock. So this is my poinsettia set. Now this set is one of my more advanced detailing sets. Now my standard pricing for a normal hat or a collar would be $78, but because this has advanced detailing, like you see all of this paint here and the sparkling snow on top, that means that I'll be charging $98. Now when you buy a set, I like to round down to the nearest tenth. So if you buy this set, you'll actually save $6 than if you were to buy them individually. Now this might be the set that I am most proud of. I think it's super adorable and I'm going to be very sad when I sell it. Well, bittersweet feeling, but I love it so much, I kind of want to keep it. But here's this set. I'll go ahead and move on to the next set. Alright, so here is my blue set. Now this is an example of a standard piece. So each of these pieces are $78. But again, if you buy in a set, you actually get to save some money. So while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and show you all of my posing capabilities. So each one of these petals and leaves are completely wired. So you can actually pose this any way that you want. So you can make this as curly or as straight as you would like. And for the round petals, you can also kind of bend this in a way to make it have kind of a funky shape like that. And kind of make it look like it kind of goes into a bit of a point. And even all of these little leaves are posable, so you can make them really curly if you would like to. Same goes for the hats. So you can make this go all the way up. You could also kind of, if you had like a long petal in the front, you could kind of curl it like this if you wanted to. You could also make it kind of like hug your face if you wanted to, just like something like that. All the leaves are wired, so you can make it kind of stand up like that, however you would like for it to go. And even the stem is wired. So the stem's a little bit trickier to bend, but you can do it, see? And if you get a nice long stem, like on my poinsettia set, you can actually curl it up. So the way I normally do this is I double layer all of these petals so that the wire is inside of the felt. But for the leaves, I normally just glue the wire on the inside and just leave the leaf one layer because I have green wire. And so the wire kind of just camouflages into the leaf there. So I normally just single layer my leaves just to save some time and money. But you're more than welcome to order a double layered leaf if you would like. Let's go ahead and move on to the next set. So this is my pink flower set and it has pointy petals instead of round petals. Now you might have noticed that this hat is shaped just a little bit differently than the others. So this one has a leaf right in front on top of the front petal. Now for the last one, I put leaves kind of going at a diagonal, so it's not completely in line with the front petal. So you can order it however you want it. You can order it with the leaf right in front in line with the front petal, or you can order it with some leaves kind of going off to the side. That is totally up to you. I think I prefer this look, but you're more than welcome to order it like this. Now each of the collars come with this little felted brooch, but the brooch does not connect the piece together. It's actually connected with snaps. So if you can see, I have snaps on the inside here and right here, and it just kind of snaps together like so. And the brooch is really just here to make it look like it has kind of a button. You're more than welcome to take it off. It's just a brooch that I have attached here. I prefer the look with the brooch on, but you're more than welcome to take it off. But each color comes with one free matching brooch, so if you don't want to wear it, you can just choose not to wear it. Alright, so moving on, these are not a set, but they just kind of look good together, I think. This is an acorn hat, and this is a pine cone collar. Now this pine cone collar is a prototype. It's not perfect, but I still think it's really cool. And this one's actually a different size than the other one. So this one is a large, and the other ones I would say fit kind of a small to medium neck, and this one's good for bigger necks. So if you know you have a neck that's on the larger side, just go ahead and order one in a size large. And if you have a small neck, you can still wear the large one. Now the acorn hat is considered a more advanced detailed piece, so this one is $98. This one is my hat. This is the hat I'm going to use for Sprout, but I'm not going to use it as a hat. I'm actually going to use it as a bowl. So this little piece is just for my videos. I actually can take it off and use it as a bowl for Sprout. But yeah, this one is $98 because I first make a leaf hat, and then I put each individual little like acorn flake on there, and I actually fill each individual one up with like filler cotton, so it gives kind of a 3D bulky shape, and it takes a very long time to make one of these, so that's why it is a little bit more expensive. But look at that, that's super freaking cute. This one's definitely my favorite. I'll go a little bit quickly with these last hats and collars. Here is a really pretty white and yellow lily hat. The camera's kind of overexposing the hat right now, but it's very cute. And then we have the hat that was in my last update video. I actually painted it this time. That one's for sale. Here is a kind of standard leaf hat. This one's a prototype, so it doesn't look perfect, but I think it's pretty cute. And then we have the collar that I was wearing in my last update video, and then we have this pretty little red one, and both of these are for sale. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to bracers or arm warmers, whatever you want to call them. I'll start out with these pretty yellow flower bracers. So if you're going to order a pair of bracers or arm warmers, you're really going to need to order it with your exact measurements, because it's much harder to wear these if it's way too big or too small. For a hat, if it's too big, you can still wear it, but for the arm warmers, they're just gonna kind of fall off. With the exception if I add this tie here. So these bracers are actually too big for me. These are, I think they were a size 23 centimeters wide, and I measure it right here in like the middle of your forearm. But I actually have it tied on the inside. This little like string part is tieable. So if it is a little bit too big, and if it comes with a tie, you can still wear it. Although I suggest you just tell me your measurements and I can make it fit your arm perfectly. But yeah, there's that one. And then I have these funky leaf bracers. Now you can custom order these, but these in particular are not for sale because these are Sprout's new bracers. And these are made with individual leaves. So there are 4 leaves on each one. And these, you can put them on the same way, which I think I forgot to mention. These are actually snap-ons. So mine actually have 2 pairs of snaps because I have very tiny arms. Your bracers will come with either 1 pair of snaps or 2, depending on how big your arm is. If you have a larger arm, you only really need 1 pair of snaps for this size. And this size bracer is going to fit most people. It's just a matter of where I put the snaps, if it's gonna fit you right or not. And of course I'm mentioning adults, not necessarily children. And all of these leaves are individually wired. Now you can order them without wires. My yellow flower bracers don't have any wires, but I just wanted these to have wires. And I forgot to mention my last flower bracers are only $48. These I am selling for $68 because it took a bit more effort to make them. That's also the same price as my standard leaf hats. All right, next I want to show off my giant flower storage bin. Now this individual one is not for sale because this one I will be using for Sprout, probably when I work at the new festival that I will be announcing very soon. But it has quite a lot of room for lots of tips or for whatever you want to put in it. And it has these leaves kind of branching off the side here just to make it look a little bit more natural. And I think it's very cool. This one is $78. It takes just about as much material and effort to make as the standard hats and the standard collars, so it is $78, but there's that. All right, and the last thing I made, I almost forgot about it, is attached to my belt right now. I can actually take it off if I need to, but it is this really cute, like, okay, I'm taking this off. All right, it's this really cute little like tips pouch, if you can call it a pouch. It doesn't close, it's just kind of open here. It's this really cute little like tips pouch that you can put on your belt, and it does come off with snaps so that you can easily put it on and off your belt. And then this little piece right here is just detachable. It's just a piece of felt that I put some half of a Velcro on it so I can just kind of easily put it on and off here because it really sticks to felt. So if I want to be a little bit more discreet about my tips, I can just take it off. This one, I think I'm also selling it for $48, but yeah, there's that. I also want to eventually make more pouches that like actually close and they're actually proper pouches. But this one is good for tips, so you know it can stay open and people can just kind of like throw their tips in there. I also remade the leaves that go on my pouches. If you want like individual leaves like this, just hit me up and we can work something out. I don't know how to price that kind of thing yet, but yeah, I can make you individual leaves if you want. Now there's a couple of things that I will not be remaking for anyone, and I will put a picture of it right here, and that is definitely not Sprout's hat. I did make Sprout's hat, but I do not want to resell Sprout's hat to anybody else, even if it's in a different color. And that's just because Sprout is my professional fairy character that I'm actually performing as a job now. And I have very strong feelings about plagiarism in the fairy performance community, if you can call it that. So I don't want anyone else to look too much like my character Sprout, so I will not be remaking that kind of hat. And right now, I'm thinking I will not be remaking the exact same kind of leafy cowl or collar. I might change my mind in the future on that one. I might end up making at least different color leaves, but I feel like that giant leafy collar is another big statement piece that Sprout wears, so I just kind of want to gatekeep that a little bit. Just I can't force anyone else to not make whatever for their characters, but I don't want to participate in helping other people basically copy my character, if that makes sense. But I am willing to remake Sprout's bracers if anyone else would like these bracers as well, because they're not as big of a statement piece as the other two pieces. Now you might eventually see me making things like vests or like just pieces to go on your torso or on your hips. Right now I haven't started that just because people have different sized bodies and I just still need to educate myself on making clothing for other people's bodies, especially something like, you know, people have different sized boobs and different sized butts. And I did make the orange leafy vest that Sprout wears, but yeah, I'm not making any more vests at the moment, mostly just because I need to learn how to make that kind of clothing for other sized people. But I will get there. I'm learning this kind of stuff very quickly. I'm making new patterns almost on a regular basis. So yeah, if you want a custom order of something that I've never made before, I am willing to try to make it. Just keep in mind that if I make it, if I create the pattern and everything, then I have the right to make another piece of the same pattern and sell it to someone else. So please don't come to me if you want a unique piece that only you can wear. I understand why you want that, because I'm doing the same thing with Sprout. But as a business, I can't afford to be making a pattern for one person and only selling that pattern to that one person. I hope you understand that. If you need help with a unique coordinate, with unique color patterns and everything, you can come to me and I'll help you to the best of my ability. But just keep in mind, I'm going to be selling my products to everyone, and anyone can order whatever color they want, whatever pattern that I have available. So yeah. Also, please keep in mind that I am me, myself, and I work alone. So far, my business is very slow. I've made 2 orders so far, which I'm very happy about, especially since I haven't even opened my Etsy store yet. I can make my products pretty quickly, but you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've got other things to do. Being a stay-at-home mom is a job. I don't get paid to do it necessarily, but it is a job, especially with a 2-year-old who is like a little walking tornado. So just keep in mind that, you know, I'm not going to be able to ship out a brand new design custom order in a day. So please be patient with me. When it comes to my Etsy store, I will only be selling ready to ship items on there. You're more than welcome to contact me for a custom order, but I will not be making that listing on Etsy that is made to order or like a pre-order, because if like I'm not fast enough or something and somebody sends a complaint to Etsy, that can instantly get my business shut down. So on Etsy, at least for now, you will only see ready to ship items. You can go to my Facebook page that's going to have pictures of all the things that I've ever made for the store. Any picture that you see should be available for custom order unless it specifically says otherwise. And also, just because I'm opening up an Etsy store doesn't mean that you have to purchase through Etsy. You can still send me personal payments through my Venmo or PayPal account, and I'll actually profit way more from that. If you pay through Etsy starting in April at some point, they're going to be taking, I think it's 6.5% of the total profit. If you pay through PayPal through the business, I think PayPal takes like 3.5%. But if you pay me through PayPal with your personal account to my personal account, they shouldn't charge any fee. So that will give me a bigger profit, and I could potentially sell the product to you for cheaper if you pay me personally rather than through Etsy or through some other means. Anyway, Facebook is going to be your best place to follow 𝐜𝐴 Fashion for all of the information that you could ever possibly need. But you can also follow 𝐜𝐴 Fashion on Instagram, on TikTok. I will be occasionally posting little videos of business stuff on TikTok. And of course, occasionally you can get some updates from here on Mika the Elf. If you'd like to purchase an item, you may go to Etsy. You may also private message me and we can work out something a little bit more under the table so that I get a bit more profit or that you have to pay less. I might open up a store on Facebook, and I'm also currently working on a website. All of the links that I have available will be in the description below. I'm also going to be putting in my links in my link tree at Mika the Elf. So there you should find all my links to all of my stuff, whether it's Mika the Elf or 𝐜𝐴 Fashion or Sprout the Fae of Seeds. If there's anything that I missed in this video, you can find it on my 𝐜𝐴 Fashion Facebook page that, like I said, that should have all of the information you could ever possibly need for purchasing an item. Oh, and before I go, I will be selling all of the rest of the mushrooms that I have in stock. These are little mushrooms that you can put in the ground or in like a flower pot. They are very water resistant. I have sprayed them many times with water resistant or really waterproof coating, but I would still only put this outside for temporary uses like birthday parties or other kinds of events. I will not be making any more of these right now, and if I do remake them, they'll be different than these. If I ever make more in the future, they'll look a bit more like these. So if you're interested in one of these are $4 each as of right now. If they don't sell, then I'll be bringing the price down. I'm just trying to get rid of these. So if you would like any of these, go ahead and check out my Facebook page. There is a post about it, and you can order as many of these as you want as long as I have them in stock. Alright, I think that is everything. I would really appreciate it if you went and followed 𝐜𝐴 Fashion, even if you don't plan on buying anything. It'll just help support my business a lot. The more followers I get and the more traction I get. Thank you to everyone who's already followed it so far, and don't be afraid to hit me up with custom orders or anything like that. I'm a very chill person. I'm not going to be weirded out or offended by your custom order ideas. So you can literally hit me up with any custom order ideas as long as it fits the same style. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next video.